plus the Salvation Army. Tell me about your mother.
Well, she joined the Sallies when she was a little kid. I guess that was what went on down the streets with the band playing and attracted all the little kids, you know. And my dad used to say, oh, if you lose Peg, that was my mother's name. Look behind the band, you'll find her with the Sallies. He used to say that. So I guess.
Well, one more thing. Remember her, tell the story about her little box.
So what?
Her little box. She used to go into the taverns.
It wasn't a little tavern. It was a big beer bar. On Saturdays, all the men, all throughout Australia.
Well, now you look like a little monkey.
That's all right.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing and my camera's shaking, but you look like a little monkey now. That's why I put the cap on. Okay, get back to the box. Get back to the box.
Every Saturday in Australia, that's every man would make the excuse to go up the pub.
Mm-hmm.
The pub was the meeting house for everything. Football, basketball.
And women weren't allowed in, were they?
No, women. Women had a place that they could go in the side and have a shandy, which a shandy is Michael. A shandy is a...
Is it brandy?
Beer and lemonade. Beer and lemonade.
Oh my goodness, that's what a combination that is.
They could drink it in there in peace, but they weren't allowed in the men's section.
Okay.
Anyway, my mother would put her uniform on. She always looked nice in her uniform. And she had a box here, and they put their money in it as she went by, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And one day a man came up and they quieted the pub down for a minute and made this special speech from Mum. Just give her this box. He had made this box out of cedar or some special. And there was I'd like to have got that box, but I don't know where it went to. It had a brass plating on it to Mrs. Robinson for her dedicated services.
I wonder where that box went to. Well, doesn't matter.
It's in the paper about it.
I know, I have the clipping. That's why I wanted you to talk about it.
Well, it's in the paper.
Did she ever drag any men out of the pub?
No.
Just wondering. She just went for donations.
That's all right.
She was going for the guilt factor.
She got them too. She took them into 2 bob instead of 1 bob.
I can believe that. The way you drew down the butcher on meat, I can believe she got 2 bobs.
Which reminds me, I gotta go up there tomorrow.
You can't go up there tomorrow. It's too cold, icy, and slick.
Well, I'm going.
And I'm gonna get. If you're gonna go, then I need to get a wheelchair because your feet aren't gonna walk you.
They got one in there.
No, but I'll get you one.
They got one inside.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. It's a big yellow one. And you sit in it like the hospital.
All right. Well, I need to get one anyway because the time's coming when the time is coming when you're not going to be able to walk from here out to
I need
there.
a little bit of chicken salad.
Okay.
I need.
We're getting off our story though. We can talk about that afterwards. We're talking about your mother. We're getting off our story. And I'm recording it, so.
Well, oh, okay. Well, my mother is very funny. She'd make you laugh. I used to say she was the next thing to a comedian, I think. That's what they used to say. Next thing to a...
She had a wicked sense of humor. Huh?
Yeah, she did. She was direct, though. Some people didn't like her.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because she was very direct.
Yeah, it kind of runs in the family. You say you're diplomatic. And then what do you say about me? I don't know. You say that I'm too direct. You say I'm blunt.
Yeah, blunt is the word.
And that you don't like it. And you wonder where it comes from. Yeah, there's people who don't get our sense of humor. They think we're rude.
Well.
And we think we're funny.
I know, I laugh. I say they ain't got no sense of humor.
I know. So anyway, your mother had a sense of humor.
My father didn't.
Your dad didn't?
But my father was very wise. I thought back over the years.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about your dad right now. We're going to get into your dad here in a little bit, but I got to keep this short because we're already at 14 minutes. But anyway, your mom used to do the Salvation Army thing, and I think you kind of answered her question.
I used to play the tambourines. We formed a branch in the band of all women playing tambourines, and we practiced with tin plates.
Huh.
With pie plates.
Yeah. They do bells here.
Well, we did the tambourines. And until our tambourines came, and when they came, we put all blue and red ribbons on them. And boy, that turned out real good, and we were good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Practice, and you know, do.
Okay, well, I'm going to wrap this video up right now. We'll start another one on another story and talk about your dad. But we're going to wrap this one up. I think we answered the question that yes, you do believe in God. And I think you kind of got disillusioned when the man landed on the moon. I remember that story.
Yeah, because he took away the thought of heaven. I always thought.
Well,
heaven,
don't you think that's a little limited for heaven?
Well, you know, heaven's a big place. But
I know.
It's not that big to have all.
Well, it's heaven's got to be encompassing, you know. I mean, it's huge. It's never ending.
I got all those.
It's not like heaven has boundaries, you know, or
I got all those
or borders
to prove that I.
Oh, I do have one question. You gotta tell the joke that you tell all the Mormon missionaries to come in. You gotta tell the joke since we're talking about religion. And what do you call the Mormon boys that come around here visiting? You call them scarecrows.
Oh, yeah.
All the scarecrows.
Yeah.
And you feed them, or you did at one time.
Yeah.
So, and you have several of them who really love you. And one of the missionaries just got through texting me this joke. And he says, I'll never forget your mother telling me this joke. So now tell the joke. And then we'll end the video.
Oh, dear. There was John. He died on earth. Very Christian man, very good living man. But he didn't go to church regularly. He didn't really have any. And he went up to heaven, and Peter met him at the gates and said, well, John, where do you want to go? And John says, he says, I don't know, because I've never been to church, but I've tried to do my best on earth. And Peter says, you have, John, and you've earned your way into heaven. So come on in, and I'll show you around. So he took him in. And he says, over there to the left is the Episcopalians, you call them?
Mm-hmm.
Church of England, or Episcopalians, whichever ones. And then over there are the Presbyterians, and then over there are the Methodists. And he went on all around in a big circle and took John here and there and explained who they were. And John was deciding what to do. And then finally they come to this big high wall, high white wall. It was a pretty wall. But John said, Peter said to John, be quiet now. You can't be too noisy over here. And John says, why? And Peter says, well, they're the Mormons over there, and they think they're here all by themselves.
All right. Well, that was for Manti. What'd you call him? You always called him
Manti.
But you called him Monty
Yeah, Monty.
and Austin, right?
Yeah.
Those were your two favorites?
Well, my favorite, but they were the ones that call me all the time.
Yeah, they're the ones I
When
think
the-
you talk
when-
about the most.
Yeah, when the mulch is being harvested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but those are the two that you talk about the most, and those are the two that call you. So say hi to them because they're going to see this video.
Oh, can they see me now?
Yeah,
with
they
my
can see.
head?
They can
Oh
see
my
your little
God.
monkey. That's why I put your hat on, but you took it off. Anyway.
Oh, I didn't know I was on view, too.
Yeah. All right. Say goodbye.
I'm not. I'm putting my hat on again.
Well, we're done. So,
Goodbye.
all right.